I've kind of fucking overdosed on conspiracy theories. It's made me
Mm.
like, even if there is a conspiracy theory that's real, I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm so over it. uh, and then they're like,
Were you a conspiracy guy growing up?
no. I mean, I'm a misanthrope and I'm pretty skeptical of people,
Yep.
but I think that I'm very suspicious of things taking on quasi-religious function. And I think conspiracy theories are that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think that even if this conspiracy theory is horrifying, its order and meaning, which is for humans more grounding than just like nobody has any idea what's going on and reality is unfixed and nothing means anything. And you're just a biological process, like a rock rolling down a hill, and you have no free will. I think that's what I believe. So like that's scarier than like lizards in the fucking White House, you know?
I mean, speaking of like the White House, like something I've found quite perversely enjoyable, I guess, to witness over the last couple of days is just all the Epstein file stuff and Trump making this big show of the information that's already been released and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, obviously, like those guys were best friends. And you really think that, you know, like Epstein died under Trump's presidency, whether he was, you know, suicided or killed or whatever. Like, but you think that he's really going to actually put all that out there, and all these conspiracy people that got him elected are just absolutely losing their minds right now. And it's the best TV show on the planet.
I mean, maybe I have like a rudimentary understanding of what a conspiracy. I mean, I know what the word definition means, but it's like the Epstein thing to me. That's what's so insidious about conspiracy theories is that, well, now people need them like their daily memes, you know? They I need a new one. I need more shit. Like what's this, like the Super Bowl's rigged because Taylor Swift or whatever, you know, they need something daily.
It's like a drug where it just needs to get more and more extreme to keep hitting.
But with something like the Epstein thing, it's like QAnon, rooting QAnon, or like the antecedent of it, Pizzagate, around like the corridors of power being a bunch of child molesters is like, because they are a bunch of child molesters. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
it kind of obscures the truth in a way, right?
Yeah, it's like they don't eat babies for the adrenochrome because that's some shit that Hunter Thompson made up. But they are trading underage girls like they're fucking playing cards, like on an island that they go to on a private jet because they can't get their dicks hard anymore unless it gets more and more crazy, just like every other weird addictive thing that people do. And so it's like, yeah, it does get obscured. It's like you also can sell it to people who are like, they're fucking pedophiles. And it's like, yeah, that they are. I mean, you know, like, I think Bill Clinton is super charismatic. That's part of why he got elected. But then when his wife is running for the presidency and it's just like, hey, he was on the fucking island. It's kind of hard to like, if you're already on the train of like the liberals are, and of course, as you know, from if you follow this shit, it's like, it's not liberals and it's just powerful people. That's, everybody is in Epstein's Rolodex. Like, that's why it's like, I don't feel like when people are like, Epstein didn't kill himself, I'm like, yeah, probably not. I mean, like, that doesn't feel to me like chemtrails or some shit. It's, you know, it's like, yeah, like they don't want the public to find out that he has had videos of, you know, fucking
every
Prince Andrew,
powerful person in the world having sex with children.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question that'll be really interesting is like, what happens with Diddy? Like, what are on all those tapes? You know, if he was filming all the freak offs, it's like, if he goes to jail and he goes like, will he die in jail? You know, like,
no one will ever see any of that stuff, I reckon.
Yeah. You know what? I will say, wouldn't it, if you're into conspiracy theories, wouldn't it be awesome and this is the part that makes conspiracy theories feel simultaneously suspect and also viable, is that like, how is there never the actual leak? You know, like no one ever sees the shit. It's like, does Putin have a video of Trump getting pissed on by the hooker? It's like, can there be one, just one, you know? Like, okay, I'm just riffing here, but just made me think of this. I was talking to John about this the other day. One of the things that I thought was so fucking hilarious about the X-Files. Are you an X-Files fan?
I was never massive on it, but I did enjoy watching it when I was allowed to stay up that late.
Yeah. You're a kid.
Yeah.
The whole premise I just love is that every single episode, the craziest shit ever happens. Like totally unthinkable. Fucking the deepest government conspiracies.
And
aliens.
Now that's just the news cycle.
But in the show, every single episode, because it's formulaic old school network TV, Scully has to be super suspicious of Mulder, and she's like, Mulder, you're overreacting. It's probably a logical explanation. It's like, bitch, you were like dead and brought back to like last week. Like, how many fucking times is it going to take for you to be like, yeah, it probably is some crazy shit. It's like
crazy shit
because they have to keep doing it because it's episodic TV. So every time she's like, you need to stop seeing smoke, you know, like this is a smoke screen. It's like, it's not actually if there's a logical explanation. It's like every week it's a non-logical explanation. How the fuck could you, like, I don't believe in ghosts or an afterlife. This is a hilarious thing that I will say is that for some reason, I don't know if this is like this in Australia. I know that Australia has a much bigger atheist movement, but you know, the United States is in a lot of ways a parochial nation.
Yeah.
We're a nation of evangelists, Christians, and we've had all these weird puritanical things like repression of sex, and
it's kind of, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like when you look at all the coincidences surrounding Trump, it's a little bit hard to kind of, I don't know, you can kind of really easily, I feel like I can understand why people might easily think that, you know, he was chosen by God to save the world or to become the president of the United States with all the just the insane amount of just, he seems to have had a life that's just unlike ours, you know, like just nearly getting shot, like all that shit. Like it's just,
or that it's a simulation, which people love too, which is an equally fucking useless.
Yeah. I got a bunch of friends that are into the simulation thing.
Here's my question about the simulation. Who cares? Sure. Of what use would it be if it were a simulation?
Yeah.
Reality, we have no idea what consciousness is, like how it even comes into being. And consciousness and reality only exists in the parameters of the organism that's experiencing their reality, and all these other ones are different. And like the roots of life, like from what we can understand, like quarks and quantum mechanics and fucking like things that violate all the physical laws that it's already weirder than any other thing. It's like,
I think there's a lot about reality that we actually don't comprehend yet, that we think science has got everything sort of figured out. But then when you really sort of look into things, there's a bunch of stuff that sort of hasn't been answered yet.
Well, I went down this rabbit hole recently of, I have like a pretty decent, I really liked physics and things like that when I was younger. And I had a good rudimentary understanding of like Newtonian physics, you know, Einsteinian relativity even, which is pretty complex. Like I can't do calculus-based physics, but I can understand the concepts.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, like I loved Oppenheimer. It came out, I started reading more about it, and I was like, the more I looked into it, even the way quantum mechanics are taught to physicists is just like, it's so non-inductive and bizarre that they literally, in great schools like Caltech or Oxford or whatever, they're like, don't ask why, it just fucking works. You know, like We can calculate, we can use it to build more efficient nuclear reactors and all these insane fucking things. And it's like, I became very disturbed by the fact that I could not even remotely understand quantum physics. Like I understand like some of it. So I started reading about it a lot and like watching all these like, you know, BBC type YouTube tutorials that are like hours long about how quantum mechanics work. And you not only like would you have to make like a life's work out of it, but even the physicists doing it don't understand it. It became passé to ask why even. And that tells us a lot about how much we don't understand. But the more I like kind of learn about it, like a lot of the preeminent quantum physicists are like, we as lay people want to ask, like, is there a unified theory? Are we going to understand really what the nature of reality is, the nature of existence, the creation of the universe? And a lot of these dudes are just like, no.